Welcome to the Art Markets. The Art Market is on the 5th and 12th of June at Holmfirth Indoor Market. We look forward to seeing you there. If you want to find out more information, go to www.artmarkets.co.uk.
Slough, Glintwhite,
Holmfirth, Milnesbridge, Gorka,
Melville, Netherton, Armitage Bridge, Lockwood, Netherthong,
Upper Mill,
Longbridge.
This is Two Valleys Radio.
The blue sky, the green fields, I keep them all in here. The blue sky, the green fields, I keep them all in here.
We've got absolutely loads of stuff coming your way today. We're starting off with this show with me, Matt and Rory. It's Two Valleys, Many Views. We're going to have a chat with a couple of ladies from the Holmfirth Art Market, or rather the Art Markets, which is occurring in Holmfirth. And we're going to have a chat with them. They've got a couple of Sundays coming up in June where there's going to be loads and loads of different arts, design and craft things for sale. And it's going to be occurring in the indoor market, Folk. And we're joined in the studio now by Victoria. Hello, Victoria.
Hello.
And Deb. Hello, Deb.
Hello.
And yeah, you are from the Art Market.
We are.
Which is currently having a weekend, 2 Sundays rather, in Holmfirth.
That's right.
It's happening on the 5th of June and the 12th of June. So, what is the Art Market all about?
Well, basically the Art Market is an event that happens in Holmfirth 2 Sundays in June and 2 Sundays in November every year. And it's where selected artists come and display and show their own work. And it's for sale and commission. And we also have installations, live music, cafe area and demonstrations on the day. So it's a bit of an event for everyone to come along and have a look at some fantastic work.
So it's not just about the stalls being there, you make it more of an event with the live bands and the installations. What sort of installations do you have?
Well, you'll have to come along and see it, but every Sunday it'll be something different. One of the things we've got going on the 5th of June is we've got a young illustrator called Tracy Meek, and she's going to be coming along and creating an area of her work that's for sale, but also she'll be creating work on the day and creating an installation of her work, and that'll progress as the day goes on, so there'll literally be something to see of hers that'll be ever-changing all day.
And are all the artists or contributors to the Art Market, are they all from around the area, or have some travelled far? Or?
A lot of them are, it started off with a lot of local people when we first started running the Art Market, but we've got a real mixture now of a lot of fantastic local artists, because the Home Valley is a very creative place.
Indeed.
But we're getting artists applying now from much further afield as we're getting better known.
And how did the Art Market start?
How did it start? Well, I suppose actually it was the first arts festival, wasn't it?
Yeah, the in Holmfirth an arts festival started. This will probably be its 4th year, I think. The Art Market, the very first one, happened as part of that. Although it wasn't an idea that Brendan, who's also involved in the Art Market, had for a long time. It was so successful that first time that we decided to do it again in that November. We started off with 26 artists. The following November we had 44, and now we have over 90 taking part over the 2 Sundays.
I've got a leaflet in front of me, and it's just a list of names with either sculpture, ceramics, or there's one that's really caught my eye on the 5th of June. I think Corinne Bross, mixed media. What sort of thing is that?
Corinne Bross is a fantastic young artist who makes sculptures out of ceramic and wood. She kind of creates a little world within a box, and there's stuff going on top of the box and within the box. She actually did the Art Market for the very first time in November 2010. And she sold every single piece of her work within the first 2 hours, and then just had to stand there for the rest of the time with all the work sold on her stand. And that was with a very
proud,
very
face,
big grin. Yeah. And also she sold every single piece, as I said. But it was the very first show she'd ever done after graduating. Wow. So she did really well. So hopefully she's bringing a lot more work with her this time.
The work's very quirky. Is she French?
Yeah,
she's French, and she's
Yeah, it's
like
brilliant,
really.
Absolutely brilliant. And that's what we love about doing the art market and the selection procedure that we have, because every artist is selected for the art market. And on selection day, it's our favourite day of the year because just some of the work that comes through is unbelievably fantastic. And it's the ones where we go, wow, I've never seen anything like that before. That's just really exciting
and
for
we
us.
consume buckets of tea don't we?
So there you go. If they're in the art market and they've had the stamp of approval, they've got through the first round, as it were.
Absolutely.
What about pricing? Because a lot of these things could be really expensive.
Yeah, you're right. They could. We get everything from £1 right the way up to pieces of work that are 3,500, 4,000.
Whoa, really?
Yep. So you can cut. There is literally something for everybody. There is stuff for small children. So there's a work for sale that's maybe £3, £4, £5 that often children buy or people buy as gifts or presents for Christmas or birthday gifts and stuff. And then there's really big pieces of sculptural work. Brendan Hesmondhalgh, who's actually one of the artists that helps run the art market, his work sells in Sotheby's, places like that.
Wow.
So obviously his pieces of work can go up to £3,000, £4,000. So
Rory, you had a question?
We were talking to you before and you said that you'd had an art market with the Festival of Light in Huddersfield. And are you looking to branch out like that a bit more and maybe make it a much bigger festival for Kirklees instead of maybe just Home Firth?
It's a good question. At the moment, because we sort of run it on a half volunteer basis, so it's a lot of work for not a great deal at the moment. And we've all got our own stuff going on. So Brendan's a full-time sculptor, Deb's a full-time artist, and I've got my own stuff going on too. So we've been involved with the Festival of Light, and we were really excited about that, and we'd really like to do some more stuff with them and grow it into a bigger event in Huddersfield. If for something outside the area, we would be interested, but we'd need some support. So we'd probably need it to be funded, partially at least, to go somewhere else.
So what are that is something you would very much like to do, is kind of have it branch out?
If it was appropriate, we've decided that unless we can keep it a really good quality event that's really good for the artist to do and the public to come to, we're not interested in taking it somewhere else.
We don't really want to compromise on that. That's why we set it up in the first place. So.
And you set it up, you mentioned just before that you are, all three of you with Brendan are artists, or, that you do creative things. So you guys all have a stall each there as well?
We do, yes.
And what sort of things do you do?
Well, my work has changed quite a lot over the years. I originally I've always worked with textiles and kind of scraps of fabric and found objects. And I started to work with jewellery. The pieces of jewellery all had a little bit of a narrative, which then led me to work on larger pieces, and then the brooches, larger brooches, and then they become small sculptures, and they've just kind of built up.
Crafts with story, I like that.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Victoria?
I actually went to Furniture College, and so I make lighting. And the work that I'm known for really is I make lamps out of bone china, teacups and saucers.
Wow.
Called tea lady lamps. But actually I'm not doing the art market this time. I'm just taking a break to come up with some fresh new stuff for November. I'm actually concentrating on supporting our newcomer at the art market this time, who's Tracy Meek, who's doing the illustrations.
And you said, when's the next one in November?
It's the first 2 Sundays of November.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
And that's in Homefirth as well?
Yeah.
Fantastic. We've had a comment on the website from Linda, which says, just tuned in and sounds brilliant. When is the art market on? So what are the dates, what are the specific Sundays in June?
The first Sunday is the 5th of June, and the second Sunday, 12th of June. And it's on at the Homefirth Indoor Market, 10 till 4.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's £2 entry on the door, but that gets you also into the free art raffle. What's the prize?
We get some great prizes coming forward. We're not releasing details about the prizes yet, but there's some big ones and some small ones.
Cool.
And it also, children are absolutely free. So, and we really encourage children to come along, because the whole point of the art market is to meet the maker. So every single stall has the person who made that work there. When kids or adults come along, they can actually speak to the maker about the making process, find out all about their inspiration, what got them doing what they're doing. And some of those makers are really fantastic people who exhibit their work all over the place, and some of them are brand new people who've never done anything like this before.
It's a real eclectic mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's lovely to see the students from college coming to talk to specific artists, and the place has a real buzz about it. It's not just about coming and buying a piece of work, it's about talking to the person that made the piece of work, and members of the public chatting to you for ages, you know, and there's lots of other things to do as well and see.
It's an event.
It is an event, yeah. Yes. People tend to be kind of there for the duration, you know, they're not just there for a couple of hours. They'll still be there at 4. We'll be kicking them out at 5, aren't we? We regularly get people coming in and saying, "Oh, I've had to come back. I came with the kids earlier and I couldn't look properly, so I've given my kids to a friend and I've run back down," kind of thing, as they hurtle through the door at 10 to 4.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's really important to know as well that on the 5th of June we have one set of artists, and on the 12th of June we have a completely different set of artists. So there is a point to coming to both Sundays. There'll be a different atmosphere, different buzz, completely different work. And we've also got a garden theme this summer, so we've got lots of a bit of sort of an emphasis on work that's suitable for outdoors. So
great, it sounds fantastic.
If you would like to know more about the art markets, go to www.artmarkets.co.uk. Many thanks for 2 Valley Radio for the interview.